Hi everyone, welcome to Fireside Chat with Connie J Pak. I hope you can pour yourself a glass of wine and join me as I'm just going to spend this time to talk about marketing things in a more casual environment. This is where I talk to my husband. We are both entrepreneurs, we build businesses together, and we'll just strategize, set goals, even talk about how we can better optimize and convert our client accounts as well. And so we have some really lively conversations. I also will invite people over and we just have a blast just staying up late, talking about a lot of different things, marketing, business, inventions, Shark Tank, everything. So I hope this more casual environment is kind of a cool thing for you. I wanted to just kind of invite you guys into our home, well, I guess right outside our home in our backyard, and have a cheers, or have a glass and cheers with us, I should say. I thought it might be interesting to answer the question, hey Connie, how did you start your journey as an entrepreneur? So, I'll give you a much more deeper background story of my journey. You know, back in college, I've always wanted to open up a coffee shop. I even have a business plan for it. It was going to be a coffee shop / karaoke studio / study room, like that had little conference room, because again, I was in college, so I thought, how fun would it be to like say, hey, let's go to Connie's coffee shop, we'll go grab coffee, rent out one of the little study rooms, and we'll study in a group of 4, and then when we're done, we'll go karaoke next door in the next room over. And so I was just thinking, like, this would be so much fun. My mom enjoys coffee, she can be the barista, this could be our family business. I mean, I wrote a business plan for this. Like, my husband remembers when I was sharing with him this story. So I've always had an entrepreneur in my heart. My parents have always been entrepreneurs. They owned a donut shop, they owned a 1-hour photo shop, they owned a dry cleaners. So it's definitely in our blood. And so in 2010, my husband and I, we both jumped 100% into entrepreneurship. We literally quit all our W-2 jobs because I don't know how well you know California, Southern California, but we were living in Orange County, and I was commuting from Fullerton to Newport Beach, which, if you know the 5 and the 55 and the 405, those are probably one of the worst freeways to take when you're commuting, while my husband was working in Beverly Hills. And so his commute was horrendous. And we just decided, this is not the life we want to live. Screw it, we're young, we're in our 20s, we have no kids, let's just make our dream happen. And we decided to flip houses. I know, kind of like a crazy one to jump into. My husband was a licensed agent, so we understood real estate, we understood real estate transaction. The corporate office I was working at, we did securitized real estate. It was in a financial firm, but it was securitized real estate. So I was pretty familiar with the whole real estate space. We did that. We actually still are doing that now. So we actually are doing a development deal currently. It's 2020. Not sure if that's the best thing with everything happening in COVID, but we'll see how this all pans out. But we're actually building 2 single-family residences, hillside near the Dodger Stadium. So I will share with you pictures as we get a little more progress happening there. But tangent, bringing it back. We started flipping houses. I was always in charge of operations, of marketing, and I started to really enjoy that aspect of entrepreneurship. My husband handled negotiations, sales, things like that. So I actually, even to this day, I hate that. I think if you were to talk to all of my clients, you'll know that I hate talking about money. So with that, we were doing house flipping. There's a lot of negotiations when it comes to house flipping. You're negotiating a good price to buy the house. So someone has to sell it for cheap so that you can buy it for cheap. you have to negotiate with contractors, painter, all these different people to help you fix it up, and you have to negotiate when you go sell. And so it wasn't my strength in the sales negotiations, but I did love the marketing. I did love doing the marketing aspects of it. So I attended a Russell Brunson event. It was called Funnel Hacking Live. It was in San Diego back in, I want to say 2016, April of 2016. Marcus Lemonis was one of the key speakers. Absolutely love the Prophet, love Marcus Lemonis. I really wanted to go because I went to hear him speak. But turned out I was able to hear a little bit more about ClickFunnels. That was my first time hearing about ClickFunnels, and I was sold. I signed up to become a ClickFunnels certified partner in 2016, and I've been one ever since. And so through that process, I've been able to start learning from Russell and his team. I dove deeper into Russell's books and his teachings, and eventually I also decided, you know what, you need to understand traffic. You need to understand a way to bring people to your funnels. I started to follow Kat Howe with her program, rapid fire testing, and I'm still in her mastermind to this day. And that's kind of how that journey went. So starting from 2016 on, I really just deep dove into all things digital marketing, learned how to do all the tools, and worked my way through all the issues, the problems and things. So I always say, if there's a problem with ClickFunnels, I have probably experienced it, so I can get us to the other end of it. And I just getting more and more familiar of what works and what doesn't work. And so I just fell in love with the idea of actually being a part of the team. So back with the real estate, you're always negotiating opposite of that other person. You're rarely working together as a team where you're on the same side. But with digital marketing, I get to actually be a part of their team. Hey, you know what, how many have we sold? Oh, awesome, and we celebrate together. Or if something isn't working, okay, let's figure out where the conversion isn't happening, and let's go fix it. Let's go optimize and find another option for it. And so it's just awesome to just really be able to work side by side with successful entrepreneurs, with their team, and help them grow. And so that's kind of the whole cycle of how I became where I am today. And I think what I appreciate most about the journey that I've been on is that I got to push myself outside my comfort zone many a times. I had my ups and downs. I mean, we've had a house that we flipped. A bunch of people just thought it might be super fun to turn on all the water faucets throughout the entire house, and flooded our entire house. It was really devastating. It was a house listed for $1.2 million. We had an offer that same weekend, and by the end of the weekend, it was completely flooded and completely damaged. Because I don't know how familiar you guys are, but water is probably the biggest damaging thing you can ever do to a home. So we've had our ups and downs. I know I just kind of flew by everything, but it was a tough journey for us as a family and things. And to be able to find something that I actually just fell in love with and truly love, like, I feel like it's such a cliche to say, I have the job that I truly love, but it's like, I don't know how to convey, like, it's really true. Like, I really, really do. I enjoy talking to my clients. I enjoy having breakthroughs, just seeing things just really, the marketing automations just really work and take off, and then we just amplify it. It's just really, really rewarding to see. And I think, you know, just to kind of bring it all together, the quote that I just have always been in love with, it's by Elizabeth Green, and it's sometimes the most ordinary things could be made extraordinary simply by doing it with the right people. So I hope that wherever you guys are in your journey, that you are able to partner with the right people and to walk with you on your journey, because it really isn't the destination, it's all about the journey. I actually have that domain. Super surprised that it was available. But that's something that I truly believe, that this is all part of a journey, and I want to thank you for being a part of my journey and allowing me to actually share it, and for you to actually take the time to listen to it. I know your time is precious, so I really appreciate it, and thank you for joining me on my Fireside Chat. Cheers!